Welcome back, everybody, to the Deep Dive. This time, we're really diving deep into the thoughts of Alex Karp.
Palantir CEO.
Yeah, Palantir CEO, exactly.
His ideas about, well, what makes America stand out, especially when it comes to technology?
And you guys sent in this really interesting CNBC interview he did about his book.
The Technological Republic.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's a fascinating read.
Yeah, it is. This guy, let me tell you, he does not hold back.
No, he doesn't. And one of the things that really jumps out is how he ties America's success to this idea of builder culture.
Yeah.
It's not just about tech. It's like a whole mindset, almost like it's woven into the country's DNA, you know?
It's like, it really is. And you're right, he keeps coming back to this word builder. It's almost like he sees it as this special quality.
Like a key ingredient.
Yeah, like this key ingredient in people who not only have ideas,
Right,
but they actually go out and get things done.
they make them happen.
They make them happen. Exactly.
And he really believes that's a big reason why the U.S. is ahead, especially in the tech world.
Absolutely. He even goes so far as to say that for the U.S. to keep things stable globally,
To maintain order.
to maintain order, needs to project strength to the point where other countries, adversaries, yeah, are actually kind of afraid.
It's a bold statement.
It is. Definitely a controversial take.
Definitely.
But let's dig a little deeper into this builder culture thing.
Yeah, let's unpack that.
It makes this really interesting comparison between the U.S. and Europe,
Okay.
saying that even though they share a lot of cultural roots, America just blows everyone out of the water when it comes to tech.
Innovation.
Innovation, yeah. And just the sheer number of these builders we're talking about.
Right. It's like a different level of output, you know?
Exactly. And for Karp, that difference in output equals economic power, which he sees as like the key to America staying on top.
Yeah, he's like, look at the results, the market cap, the breakthroughs. That's builder culture in action.
And he uses Palantir as an example of this, right?
Oh, absolutely.
How they intentionally go against the grain in the tech world.
Yeah, like they do things their own way.
Yeah, and it's worked for them. They've found success by focusing on creating real value for their customers.
Even if it means going against the trends.
Exactly.
It's like they're this maverick in the tech space.
Yeah, and he ties their success directly back to this whole builder mentality he's so passionate about.
Right. It's not just talk. It's reflected in their actions.
But here's the thing. It's not just about building businesses for Karp.
Okay.
He takes it a step further and says this builder mindset is crucial for the U.S. government itself.
Really?
Yeah, like having more people with this drive in government would make the whole country stronger and more effective, you know?
So it's like a call for this builder DNA to be everywhere.
It really is. Not just in Silicon Valley, but across all levels of leadership and decision-making.
Interesting.
Now, here's where things get a bit, well, tricky.
Okay.
Karp knows that other countries, especially China, are really trying to catch up to America in the tech race.
Trying to close the gap.
Yeah, they're trying to close the gap, potentially even copying innovations that originated in the U.S.
Right.
He actually mentions deep fake technology.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as an example of this, something that, started here but is now being refined and used elsewhere.
And not always for good.
Exactly. So he's not naive to the competition out there.
No.
But he still truly believes that being the first one out the gate, the original innovator, gives the U.S. a major advantage.
Right.
And he says that protecting American intellectual property is super important to keep that edge.
So it's this constant tension between encouraging new ideas and safeguarding what's already been created.
Yeah, it makes you think about how quickly things can change in tech, how leadership isn't guaranteed.
Absolutely. It's a dynamic landscape.
Really is.
And it makes you wonder, for you listening right now,
Yeah.
how does this builder culture thing play out in your own world, in your own work?
Yeah.
Is it something you can develop, or is it more like something you're born with?
That's what I love about Karp's perspective. It's not just about lines of code or market share.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah, it's about a whole attitude, a way of tackling problems and finding solutions that he thinks is at the core of what makes America stand out.
It's a compelling argument for sure.
It is.
It really is. It's not just about, having that can-do attitude, though.
Right.
Karp really digs into what he sees as the essential parts of this builder culture.
Okay.
And one thing he keeps coming back to is this laser focus on
Yeah.
building things that actually deliver value.
Oh, yeah.
He says that's a hallmark of American innovation.
He's basically saying,
Yeah.
don't just build something for the sake of building it. Make sure it actually solves a real problem or, make someone's life better has a real impact.
Exactly. And he points to Palantir's work
Yeah.
with the defense and intelligence communities as a prime example.
Right, like those high-stakes situations.
Yeah, where the tools they've built have actually delivered results.
Yeah.
Tangible results.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that leads into another crucial element,
Okay.
execution.
Oh, he's big on that.
It's like,
huge.
yeah, having brilliant ideas is one thing,
Yeah.
but actually making them a reality,
Totally different ballgame.
that's a whole other story.
It is, and he sees that ability to execute as a core part of the American builder mentality.
And this is where he kind of contrasts it
Yeah.
with what
Yeah.
he sees as a more common attitude in other parts of the world.
Like in Europe, he mentions?
Yeah, Europe especially, he says there's often this tendency to
Overthink. Yeah.
to overthink things, to get stuck in analysis and bureaucracy.
And it slows things down.
Yeah, which could really kill the momentum of innovation.
Absolutely.
And he goes even further and says there's this fearlessness
Oh, yeah.
that's baked into this builder culture.
Like a willingness to take risks, to experiment,
Yeah.
even if it means failing.
You got to be willing to fail.
Exactly, because he believes that's where true innovation happens.
Right, outside those comfort zones.
Yeah. You got to push boundaries to make those breakthroughs.
It's like he's saying, don't be afraid to try something new, even if it doesn't work out perfectly the first time. Learn from it and keep moving forward.
Exactly. It's all about iteration and progress.
And this ties directly into another point he makes. Speed.
Yeah,
He's all about speed.
he is, especially in tech.
Yeah, because everything's changing so fast.
It's constantly evolving
You got to be able to build and adapt quicker than the competition
to stay ahead.
to stay ahead of the curve.
Makes sense.
It really does. So it's this whole mix of vision, execution, and that sense of urgency.
Powerful combination.
Yeah, that he sees as the engine driving American success in tech and beyond.
But how does all this fit into the bigger picture
Right.
of American society?
Is this builder culture just a Silicon Valley thing?
Yeah, is it limited to that?
Or can it be applied more broadly?
That's a really good question.
And it seems like something Karp himself is grappling with.
You can tell he's thinking about it deeply. Yeah.
On the one hand,
Yeah.
he clearly sees this builder mentality as a strength,
Yeah.
like a core part of American identity
Yeah.
that's fueled progress and innovation in so many areas.
Across the board.
But he also acknowledges that there can be downsides.
Right. Like he's not blind to the criticism
Not at all.
of this intense focus on building and competition.
Like the whole Silicon Valley culture
Yeah.
and the potential negative
Is
consequences.
he aware of those?
He is.
Yeah. The arguments about inequality,
Yeah, the widening gap.
the potential for technologies to be misused.
Yeah, the ethical consideration.
And that whole sometimes, exclusive and elitist culture.
Yeah, he gets
He
it.
gets it. So he's not presenting this builder culture as some perfect utopia.
No, it's not all rosy.
It's complex.
It is. There are challenges.
But he still fundamentally believes that it's a force for good.
At its core.
Yeah. And that it needs to be nurtured and protected if America wants to maintain its global leadership role. And that's an interesting point because he almost frames it as a moral obligation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a responsibility that Americans have
Okay.
to build not just for themselves,
Uh-huh.
but for the benefit of the whole world.
That's a big idea.
It is. And he uses Palantir's commitment to, supporting democracy, fighting terrorism, and protecting human rights as
Right.
an example of how this can actually play out in practice.
And he's also super passionate about values.
Oh, yeah.
He's very clear that Palantir's success isn't just about technical brilliance.
It's more than that.
It's about sticking to certain principles,
Yeah, like meritocracy, transparency.
ethical decision-making.
It's not just about what you build.
It's how you build it.
Exactly. It's about the process, too.
Yeah, and that really struck a chord with me.
Me too.
It's like a reminder to really look at yourself and ask,
Yeah.
are my actions lining up with what I truly believe in?
Am I walking long?
Yeah, am I walking the walk? It's about bringing that sense of purpose and integrity to everything you do, no matter what you're building.
Absolutely.
And the Karp's own story with Palantir
Oh, yeah.
is such a great example of this.
It really is. He faced so much doubt
Yeah,
and resistance early on.
yeah, but he stuck to his vision.
He did, and his commitment to his values.
Yeah, that's what kept him going.
It's inspiring.
It really is. It shows that building something meaningful,
Oh, it takes a lot.
it takes a lot,
Grit, resilience, and that willingness to stay true to yourself.
even when things get tough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, as we move towards wrapping up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to leave you with this question.
Okay.
What will you build?
Ooh, good one.
What impact do you want to make on the world?
That's a powerful question.
It is, and it's a call to action.
It really is.
And it doesn't have to be some huge world-changing thing.
Right.
It could be a small act of creativity.
Yeah.
A project that helps your community.
Anything that gets you closer to your goals.
And makes the world a little bit better.
I love that.
Karp's perspective reminds us that we all have the potential to be builders, to shape the future with our ideas and actions.
It's a powerful message. So we've been talking a lot about Alex Karp's idea.
This whole builder culture thing.
Yeah, this whole builder culture thing. But let's kind of shift gears for a minute.
Okay.
And talk about what it means for you, the listener.
Because you might be thinking like, okay, this is all very Silicon Valley,
right? But
I'm not a tech person.
What's in it for me?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what's so cool about Karp's perspective. It's not limited to just tech. It's really about a way of approaching things.
A mindset.
Yeah, a mindset. You can apply to pretty much anything.
Think about it.
Yeah.
No matter what you do.
Yeah.
Whether you're an entrepreneur, an artist,
a teacher,
whatever you're passionate about.
There's always something to build, some problem to solve.
Right.
And Karp's challenge to us is to tap into that builder mindset.
That drive to create.
Yeah, to take risks, to learn from those missteps.
And keep pushing forward.
Keep moving.
It's about bringing that same energy and focus to your own work.
And to your own goals.
Yeah, and he's also big on aligning your actions with your values.
Oh, yeah.
He talks about how Palantir's success is tied to their commitment to things like meritocracy and transparency.
It's not just about what you build.
It's also about how you build it.
The how matters.
It really does, and that really resonated with me.
Me too.
It's like a check-in.
Yeah.
Asking yourself, am I living up to my own beliefs?
Yeah. Are my actions reflecting what I truly value?
It's about bringing that sense of purpose and integrity to everything you do.
And Karp's own journey with Palantir is such a perfect example of this.
It really is.
He faced so much doubt and resistance at the beginning.
People were skeptical.
Yeah, but he stuck to his guns.
He believed in his vision.
And never wavered on his values.
And that's what helped him succeed.
It's inspiring.
It really is. It shows that building something meaningful takes serious grit.
Resilience.
Yeah, and that unwavering belief in yourself.
Even when things get tough.
Exactly. So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with this.
Okay.
What will you build? What impact do you want to have on the world?
That's a great question to think about.
It is. It's a call to action.
It really is. And it doesn't have to be some massive world-changing thing.
Right.
It could be something small.
A creative project.
Yeah, something that helps your community, whatever gets you closer to your goals.
And makes the world a little bit better.
I love that.
Karp's perspective is a reminder that we all have that potential.
That potential to be builders.
To shape the future.
With our ideas and our actions.
Exactly.
Well, this has been another fascinating deep dive.
It has.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
And keep building.